packed courtroom, lawyer Jack Harris was determined to prove that elderly witness Mrs. Macaulay was reliable. He approached her with a confident smile and asked, "Mrs. Macaulay, do you know me?" Mrs. Macaulay peered over her spectacles and replied in a sweet yet sharp tone, "Oh yes, I know you, Mr. Harris. I've known you since you were a mischievous boy, always getting into trouble. Frankly, you're a big disappointment. You lie, cheat on your wife, and manipulate people like puppets on strings. I remember when you used to steal cookies from my cookie jar and blame it on the neighbor's dog." The courtroom gasped, and Jack's face turned beet red. He stuttered, well, thank you, Mrs. Macaulay." Not knowing what else to do, he pointed across the room and asked, "Mrs. Macaulay, do you know the defense attorney, Mr. Peter?" Mrs. Macaulay's eyes twinkled with mischief as she replied, "Oh, yes, I know Mr. Peter all too well. I've known him since he was a young whippersnapper, always sneaking out of the house to drink moonshine with the wrong crowd. He's lazy, an alcoholic, does drugs, and robs his clients blind. Why, I remember when he used to mow my lawn and charge me double." The courtroom erupted into chaos, with both lawyers looking like they'd been punched in the gut. The judge banged his gavel and called both lawyers to approach the bench. In a whispered tone, he threatened, "If either of you asks her if she knows me, I'll send you both to the electric chair. Or worse, make you attend a never-ending dinner party at her house." As the lawyers retreated, Mrs. Macaulay smiled sweetly and whispered to the judge, "Don't worry, Your Honor. I've got a few stories about you, too." The judge's face turned white, and he quickly called a recess.